It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Browar Kingpin, and it is a bottle of the Berserker Black IPA, coming in at 7% ABV. Love the label, matches my t-shirt, look at that. The Rock and Roller IPA, or Pale Ale I believe it was a Pale Ale, excuse me, was an absolutely fantastic beer. It was an absolute belter. If you are near a bottle shop now, and you can, in Poland, this is a Polish craft beer, and you see Rock and Roller, just clear the shelf. It's one of the best Pale Ales I've had in a long time. So, Black IPA. This looks rather interesting. Wow, look at that. Lovely carbonation. Look at that lovely. It seems to have a big, thick body to the beer. You can always tell that when the carbonation on the beer is rising slowly up the glass. It's kind of pushing through that big, malty, thick beer. And you can see that. You can see the density in this beer. It's got a 2-finger tan coloured head. Look at that. You rock the beer back and forth. Can you see them bubbles there? Just slowly moving back through the beer, back into the head. It's, when I say black IPA, it looks black at the top, but if you look at the bottom of the glass here, there is a slight rubiness to the beer on the bottom. And from my eyes, not the camera, that is carrying on all the way up the glass. So it's a very dark mahogany ruby beer. It looks great. Let's get the aroma on Berserker. Oh my goodness me, and again, blimey, blimey, blimey. It's all in Polish, but on the side of the label here, I can pick out a little bit of the ingredients in the beer. So you got Cara Clear malt, we have with the hops, we have Chinook, Simcoe, Amarillo, Citra, Cascade. So it's it's hopped up to the eyeballs, this black IPA at 7%. But you can really smell them hops pushing through. It smells absolutely magnificent. I'm going to have to dive into this beer. Thank you to Browar Kingpin for sending. Cheers. Oh. Stone the crows. Stone the crows. That beer, I've been hit in the mouth a couple of times in my life. But this beer really did rock me back on my heels. I was off, my toes were off the ground. I was on my heels, ready to fall. This beer is punching with American hops. And as I mentioned when I poured the beer, I poured over 1,700 beers in my time. And at first, number 1, beer 1, beer 2, beer 3, didn't really know what I was talking about. When I got to 40, 50, I started to have an inkling. When I got to 100, 200, things started to be kind of coming together. Things started to, the jigsaw pieces were coming together. Because, I will be honest, I have never read a beer book in my life. This was the program, this was the challenge, to be an absolute novice with beer, stand in front of a camera, and over 5 years and over 1,700 beers, teach myself and teach with you, because I've had some amazing advice from you guys out there. I always read the comments, I learn, I pick up different things, then I begin to judge, then I make my own beer. And I tell you, where this story is going is when I was talking to you earlier on about this beer in the glass. When I was rocking that beer back and forth, my eyes and my experience was telling me it's got a great body, that carbonation trying to kind of force its way up through that big malty body. And I was right. That mouthfeel is absolutely fantastic. It's big, it's rich, it's hoppy, and it's creamy. This reminds me of Pinter Zytorilo Black IPA. That was my first, blimey, probably about a year ago now, believe it or not. That was my first proper craft beer from Poland, and that was a real eye-opener. That was, blimey, where did that come from? And again, I kind of know now. I know the quality of craft beer in Poland. I know how quickly and developed they are with craft beer. So I'm not as surprised anymore by good beer. It's a great beer. It's got all of the hops that you need. It's got a lovely mouthfeel. It's creamy. And the secret to a black IPA, or some people call it a secret, it's kind of a big open debate, is that the secret is the malt, the dark malt, is only there to colour the beer. You're not really meant to taste anything. It's just an illusion to, hold on a minute, this is drinking like a golden ale, but it's black. That in itself is art. It has that. But then when I drink black IPAs, I can still pick up a little bit of dark roasted malt. And I want that. I want that because I want a bit of balance in my beer. I like a beer to be a little bit malty and the malts to be there to balance them big, hoppy, booming flavours. And this is doing that. It's subtle. It's not big and prominent, the big roasted taste. It's all background stuff going on behind the big booming grapefruit, mango, citrus, lemon peel, orange peel tastes that are going on in the back end because it's so bitter. It's a very, very bitter beer. But what, as a reviewer, my job is to pull as many flavours as possible. So although I'm picking up these big hoppy flavours, in my mind I'm having to put them out. I'm having to try and block them out to pick up some of that malt. And it's a subtle malt. It's a nice kind of little toasty background noise, if you like, in this magnificent hoppy beer. So I obviously like it. I like it a lot. I think this, well, Browar Kingpin are here to stay. I think they got a big future. There's a great new brewery opened. I wanted to mention it in the first review, but kind of it slipped by because I was so into rock and roller. I couldn't get everything out that I wanted to say. But I visited the new brewery in Poland. I think it's near Ziewicz in Poland. It's a fantastic facility. If you're watching in the UK and you want to see this new brewery in Poland, put in N-O-W-Y, so Nowy Brewery, B-R-O-W-A-R, Poland, and you will see my video of this fantastic facility that they've got, what they built in Poland. And it's a kind of a place where Pinter brew, I believe now Kingpin brew there. So it's all high-tech stuff. They've got their own bottling line, they've got big hectolitre tanks, and I'm sure when I was there, they were just finishing it. It was still a little bit like a building site, but I'm sure that it's moved the craft beer scene on in Poland so much, so much. Production's upped, the volume of beer is up, and that is the answer that Poland wants, because there's parts of Poland where Pinter can't get their beers to because they sell out. There's people in Poland still that want to try real good craft beer. They can't get their hands on it because literally as soon as the stuff is brewed, it's sold like that. It's gone. So at the moment where they are in 2014 going into 2015 is all about ramping up production, getting this great beer into as many hands as possible. May the craft beer revolution in Poland continue. It's a lovely place. I love the place. I love the people. I love the food. It's just a great place. And of course I love Thomas Kuipera. he's a friend of mine. He's somebody that gave me the opportunity really to drink great beers like this, because he was very kind enough to send me my first parcel of Polish craft beer. I've gone a lot wayward here with the review. It's because, and I was only saying this last week, I was drinking a Tyskie beer last week, saying this is my last Polish beer, I don't have any more. But I'm here again saying the same thing. I'm not standing here in any way or form begging for beer. I'm not doing that one moment for one moment. What I'm saying is that it's a kind of a handshake. It's a see you soon, Poland, because this is it. This is my last Polish craft beer. So I think this is why it's a bit of a long review, because I want to say hi. I want to say hello to you guys. I want to ask everybody in Poland, try and get hold of this. It's a fantastic beer. I'm going to rate it . And for me, it's another blindingly good beer. I may not be as animated and as excited as I was in the first review, but that don't mean to say that I'm pulling this beer down at all in any way, even in the rating. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. It's a fantastic black IPA from Poland. Brewar Kingpin, check them out. But yeah, this is me saying hopefully see you soon. Hopefully I'll see you in 2015 at some of the beer festivals. I want to shake hands again. I want to drink some beer with you guys again, and I want to have some fun again. So hope to see you in 2015, unless I get some more Polish craft beer before then. But for now, thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.